No Man's Sky. Are you still playing, Panda?
Definitely not. No. I I saw there was an update. Like I booted up my PC a while back, like last week or something, and it said update installed for No Man's Sky. And
Thank you, Sony.
I was well, whatever. Let me know when
So,
there's.
I mean, we never really heard the conclusion of your time with No Man's Sky. We know
Didn't
that
we?
you were playing it.
No, he
maybe
dropped
I
it
just
after
wasn't
12
there.
hours, I think it was.
Oh, that
Right.
was the end of it?
I think I talked about it.
Yeah, you did, but you were still in between, I thought.
No. I think I played for like 20 hours actually or something, and I got to my first black hole. I went through. No,
That
wait.
wasn't your first. We all know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I went through the first one yet. Actually, I just got some story, quote unquote story stuff. Like I got to the first big space station where you are supposed to get like parts,
Thrilling
orbs
stuff
that you need for the final game or whatever for the end game. But the end game sort of got spoiled for me. I also was hearing bad things about it. Do you guys know what happens in the end?
Do you
I
mean
don't.
the zooming?
What?
The
What?
zooming.
Zooming?
Zooming out of?
Oh, I don't know if it's zooming, but
I was
So,
trying to be vague,
pretty
but
cryptic.
okay.
spoiler warning.
What?
Spoiler warning
Really? Are
for,
you gonna spoil the ending?
Everybody knows already anyway.
Am I gonna?
Hey,
Well,
only for 1,000 people this is going to be a spoiler.
Well, I'm one of them.
Okay.
But
What
is
you
it,
do,
is,
I
it,
won't,
is it interesting or?
No, not at all.
I won't spoil
Okay,
it,
I won't
but
care.
it's not
No,
interesting.
spoil it. Just tell us. Okay, spoiler
Yeah,
warning.
alright,
Here
spoiler
comes
warning.
the ending of No Man's Sky. Skip ahead 30 seconds into the future and you'll be good.
So the ending of No Man's Sky is you start over.
Yep.
That's it.
Really?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
zoom out way back to your outer rim, I think, right, of the galaxy, and then you have to go back into the middle again.
That's it.
Oh, you're
So
kidding.
yeah, there's no story or
That's
whatever.
pretty rich.
It's just apparently a new galaxy too, which is
Explore.
weird
Jesus.
because I don't know if it's actually a new galaxy or if you're just in a new part, but they say it's like a new dimension or something.
Beautiful. With the
Game
same
of the year.
with the same ice, hostile environment, strange animals walking around
Yep.
everywhere.
Yeah, no, it's just the same. You just start over.
Just so
And
safe
it's
to say you
called
were pretty
different.
disappointed.
Well, I mean, I didn't play that far, obviously.
No, but just by the entire thing.
But yeah, I heard that and I was like, well, I will just wait until they make a better game out of it.
So what do you guys think? Do you think this game is just gonna peter out, or are they actually gonna add stuff on top of it?
I think they already did. I think that they are gonna do, and I don't think it will save the game.
No, that's my larger question indeed. I mean, they are gonna have to add a ton of gameplay features to for me make it worth my while, and I think people that are still on the fence and people that might jump back in, I think it's gonna take some convincing.
I mean,
I think it just smells of part 2 to me, honestly. It did really well, sales-wise.
yeah, because it also got a lot of hate.
Yeah, I
it
think-
got
I
a
think
lot
the
of hate,
brand is
but
damaged.
then with 2,
Definitely.
they might just go like, well, now we've built on the first one and everything's fixed, so play part 2.
I wonder how this is gonna shake out for Sean Murray, because Peter Molyneux, for all I just said about him a couple of minutes ago, he has been getting away with this shit. Well, it's sort of over now, but
Yeah.
he has been getting away with it for years, for decades even.
Yeah, but up until Fable, the games were, even though he overpromised and oversold the games, they were good games. and there was actual gameplay in them. Whereas now with No Man's Sky, it's not really a good game. There is no gameplay nor story to speak of.
Yeah.
It's an idea that had great marketing behind it, but did not and actually cannot deliver at this point in time.
I think this is one of those games that is probably better on PC, and I say that as someone who vastly prefers console. But I think that the modding community could really.
Are they gonna add a story to it?
No. They're not that far, but just the little things that annoy you, they can easily.
No, but it's not the little things that annoy you, right? It's the fact that the combat mechanics are bad. It's the fact that you can't meet other players, and even if they were somehow able to patch that in, what would you do with them? Because there's nothing to do with them.
I think I don't know. I
think we've just seen
bigger problems.
I think we've just seen that, seeing that it's dropped below 1,000 concurrent players on Steam, that the PC modding community is not gonna save this game.
No. I do think that's the case, but I think that there would have been definitely more of a chance of it as opposed to the PS4, where you're just stuck with whatever Sean Murray puts out. I do know that there's some mods that sounded like I would have definitely downloaded them if, like, just for example, the fact that you can't fly lower than a certain altitude on a planet, which just annoyed the shit out of me. Just stuff like that. It's of course the bigger problems are there as well, but for me, a lot of the small things just kind of built up over a while, and those things are pretty easily fixable, making for a more, like, just if you're just into the exploring part, just hanging out and doing nothing and zoning out and exploring stuff, that just kind of got, that part could be made more enjoyable, if anything, I think, by easy fixes, but for some reason, the Hello Games team has
probably what you mentioned, the fact that you're not able to fly close to the ground, will have something to do with. Can you fly into mountains in its current state? I think that's the point, right? Because of all this randomly generated terrain, if you can get closer to the ground, you get completely clipped into mountains because they're so randomly placed, and the game would break, which would probably, I'm sure they've tried it. I think the alternative probably leads to more frustrations, if anything.
But the modding community did make that mod that you now can go as close to the surface as possible, and you can even fly into oceans. So
I'm sure that's possible, but are they able to? Does it then mean that the game doesn't clip?
If you're walking around, then it doesn't. Well, it does clip, I think. So I'm not gonna say anything about that one.
I had some clipping stuff, so even when just walking around, so
I'm sure it was a ton worse when they had when you could get closer to the ground.
Yeah,
I think I don't see this game being remembered fondly. I mean, they had their chance with the release and it was entirely underwhelming. I mean, they gotta come out with something really good.
And you know what's also bad, or if I remember correctly, didn't it get like delayed for 3 more weeks so they could polish the game?
Well, what are you gonna do in 3 weeks?
And even then, the game wasn't polished, and it had a big day 1 patch. So that doesn't really.
But from what I understand, the day 1 patch made it a lot better than just what they put on the disc.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
I mean, you're not a game of this skill. You're not gonna, make from a mediocre to a good game in 6 weeks.
No,
also not in 3 years, apparently.
Damn it.